The issue of Kano State is different from that of Plateau.
Yes, of course, different.
State is simply a repeat of what played out in Rivers State in 2019.
And Zamfara State,
if you
maybe.
remember, yes, and Zamfara State. If you remember, in 2019 in Rivers State, the Congress that were held by the Rivers State PDP, APC, were nullified by the court. And the matter went as far as the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court held that since there was a subsisting court order requesting them not to conduct primaries until the determination of the issues raised in court, and that any subsequent primaries that was conducted was a nullity. And since the primaries, since the Congress subsequently conducted was a nullity, and that the court, you cannot put something on nothing and expect it to stand. So to that extent, every action taken by that Congress, that any action that arose from the outcome of that Congress will certainly amount to a nullity. So that's basically what is playing out in Rivers State.
In Plateau State, you mean?
When the court...
In Plateau State?
In Plateau State. When the court heard that an action should be carried out, or an act should be done in a certain way, and that act is not done, and the court now heard that for not complying with that instruction, what it means is that there was no Congress, and since there was no Congress, there can be no elected officials of the political party. And if there are no elected officials of the political party, how do you now say that the political party actually, or those people who pretended to be elected officials, took decisions for and on behalf of the party? That one was what played out in Rivers State against APC in 2019, and against the APC also in Zamfara in 2019. Unfortunately, that is what is facing PDP today in Plateau. So it is completely, this is not a pre-election matter per se. It is the fact that there is a subsisting judgment that orders parties, for example, to go and conduct a Congress. And so in the absence of that Congress, any step taken would not be recognized by the law. So it is not a pre-election matter. Just the same way the Supreme Court, in the case of double nomination for the current vice president, the Supreme Court said we had dealt with this matter. All of the issues raised we have dealt with, and we have even gone into the midst of the gravamen of the issues and determined that there was no double nomination. So raising the issue again at the Supreme Court was akin to flogging an issue that had been ruled on. So in this case, that the court is saying that there is an order by the court that parties should follow a certain provision. And in the absence of that provision, there is, what it means is that there is no political party. And so when there is no political party, you cannot be feeding candidate. That's basically what the case of Plateau is.
All right.